The gears concealed by gear cover E2, figure 28, are oiled through oil hole E, figure 23. The gears concealed by gear cover D, figure 26, are oiled through the space just above this cover, as indicated by arrow D2 in figure 26. After oiling the gears at D2, rotate the balance wheel toward you to distribute the oil on these gears. So, welcome everyone. I began this video reading to you the instructions that Singer provided its sewing machine customers for how to maintain the gears of the incredible Singer 201 models. Now, the reason I wanted to highlight this is because it is my contention that in the past I applied grease to the gears. And if you have, there's nothing wrong with that. Grease, of course, will provide lubrication and protect the gears against wear, but it's going to absorb some of the energy that it would have otherwise been able to take advantage of if the gears were oiled. And so, yes, even a vintage sewing machine garage mechanic sometimes needs to update his information. So today I'm going to show you where and how the instructions say to oil, emphasis on the word oil, the gears that make the Singer 201 an incredible, amazing machine. I believe that one of the reasons that the 201 was an expensive machine to produce is because of the type of gear set they had and the amazing quality. So let's begin. Whether you have a 201, you may have a 201 that's got a potted motor, which we call, what Singer had as a direct drive motor, or you have a 201 that has a traditional hand wheel and a belt and a motor mounted on the back. In any case, and it doesn't have to be a Centennial either, like you see here, you want to take your machine. Now I have removed the motor. I had removed the motor to clean and did a demonstration on the cleaning. If you have your motor attached, it might make sense if you're in the process of overhauling your machine, you can do this with the motor is not on the machine. If the motor is there, take extra care to cushion this machine. I have rolled up, this is a source I'm using for rags, for everything from, well, I shouldn't say rags, but I can clean with the fabric on this old pair of trousers, or I can use it for stitch testing and so forth. But today I'm going to use it as a way to support my machine. And if you have your motor on the machine, then I would recommend that you brace your machine with more than just that roll of fabric. The idea is you don't want to stress the motor and ask it to hold up the weight of this big heavy beast of a machine. Okay, so I believe I've demonstrated in the past how to remove these gear covers. And there's one here and there's one over here. And I originally was under the impression that they were called grease cups. In fact, I think I heard someone say that once. And I just, okay, well, there must be grease that goes there. Well, according to Singer, no. Now, obviously, these covers need to be here, especially not only if you have grease applied, but if you're going to apply sewing machine oil, oh boy, you really will want to consider making sure these are attached because that oil will go flying. So, what did Singer suggest? All right, I'm going to turn my machine this way, and we're going to I'm going to zoom in here and show you the one side, and we'll get maybe a little bit more height here. Got some beautiful natural light today and thought this would be a good day to show this to you all. So I'm going to basically just put my oil there, and I'm going to turn my hand wheel, and what should be happening is I should be getting because just on the other side of this piece here is the gear, and of course that gear will interact with the other gear going the other direction. Okay. Now, what do we have left? Now on this side, on the right side, get in a better position here, you actually get a better view of the gears themselves. In fact, you can see the gear. And I'm just going to take, and now the other gear, remember there are two gears that play together, and you say, well, what about the other gear? Whenever you apply, in the past, grease or oil, sewing machine oil, when you apply it to the, just apply it liberally to the gear, and when you do this, as it comes in contact and connects with the other gear, it will help spread it around. And that, folks, is the new, I was going to say new, there's nothing new about it. Singer had said to people to do this, and at least in the owner's manual that came with, I'll show this to you, the 201-3, and you may have a 201 with a different dash number if you have the, you may have a potted motor design. That design was, I believe, exclusive to the to North America, or at least to the United States. And then you also may have one of the latter 201s that we typically see more often in the United Kingdom, where it had the 201 mechanicals, but it had an aluminum body to reduce some of the weight. So let me know what you think. Is this how you have been lubricating those incredible gear sets at the base of a 201? I think this is one of the things that gives the 201 its unique properties, an incredible stitch capability and power. Or are you doing the grease? If you have done the grease, it's okay, right? You haven't hurt the machine at all. In fact, you have given it lubrication. There have been times when I would take them off and I would see grease on there and just assumed it was needed. So now I'm going to be trying this new to me method where I'm putting oil on the gears instead of grease. What I anticipate is that the oil and the grease are both going to equally protect the gears, and that was part of the reason you lubricate them. But the other reason was to help the gears move against each other efficiently. And here I wonder, is it just possible that using oil instead of grease means that the machine will have more power? If you have any thoughts on the matter, please put your comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider clicking on the subscribe button. And if you would like to help me in my future efforts to save more of these machines, please consider making a donation of any amount at your choice. Just click on the Buy Me a Coffee link on this video or on the home channel page, and it will take you directly to my own Buy Me a Coffee page, which you will recognize. You'll see that lovely two-tone Singer 301, and any support you can give would be fantastic. So there we go. That is the fastest oiling or lubrication, I should say, that I have ever done to these gears. Now, could there be old grease on the gears? Yes. Maybe I should take the cups off and inspect them. But regardless, whether you do that or not, they are designed to come off. Let me know. Let me know if you typically add oil or grease and if you have a preference. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.